That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. If you've enjoyed this show via YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, please email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk or follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance. Welcome to another Tin Dog Podcast. This time talking about VAM PD Volume 2. Now, what they've managed to do is they've tricked me. They have tricked me into, and I don't know how they did it, genuinely caring and being invested in this series after 2 box sets. They're calling it Series 2. It's Series 2 of 3 stories. These were all recorded in the same block as Series 1, so arguably they're all the same kind of lumpy thing, but that's fine, that's not important. This is box set 2. And I've started caring about these characters a little bit more than I thought I would. And that surprised me. By the time we reached the end, I was like, and how do we get out of that? And that really is important. It's impressive. Basically, I've spent, 6 hours in the company of these characters, and for the first box set, you've got the same 3 characters appearing in each of these, but now it's a lot more broken down. There are whole episodes where certain characters are, not really there, or hardly mentioned, or just mentioned in passing, or turn up at the end, because a lot of external stuff's going on. This is the heavy-duty world-building end of things. And it's just damn clever. By the time you hit the end of the 3rd story in this box, you're like, Jesus, this is great. Why am I... We need more. Please more? Yes, more. Thank you. So what we've got. Right. Vampires live their lives by rules. But who polices them? Welcome to the Office of the Night, where vampires Catrin and Magnus keep an uneasy peace between the living and the undead. 2.1 The Last Post by Rashana Patel and David Smith. Oleana wakes up to find she's posted a photo of a breakfast she didn't have. Worst, she's locked out of all of her social media accounts, and then the vampire appears at her door and tells her she's going to die today. Cleaning up after victims is an unglamorous job that the Office of the Night has long outsourced. This used to be the bills and faked suicide letters, but the group has gone rogue and now arranging the deaths of people who aren't even dead yet. This is a cracking story, although, to be fair, all 3 of them are damn fine. It is part chase, part working out the rules of vampirism, and part survival. In the way that Torchwood presents you with storylines where you go, right, these are new characters, are they even going to survive this story? This is audio Torchwood, obviously. Because so many new people are turning up, and you're going, right, who do I get emotionally attached to? Who's going to make it out of this alive? And it's just damn clever. The reality of what the vampires are capable of versus what they believe they're capable of is very, very clever. I can imagine there being a Bible for this box set, for this series, that's actually quite hefty, that tells you exactly what it is. But I've got a feeling that the ideas have been left to one side, where somebody goes, oh, if this works, go with it. And this does work. The whole business with the avocado toast thing being posted as a sign, that's just not good. It's very, very clever. The memory charms, so there is a certain level of magic in this world. And it all absolutely fits together and works beautifully. The existence of the daytime daylight pass is very clever. And I don't want to talk that much more about this story because they do consist of twists and turns. Story number 2 consults notes. Sunlight and Bleach by Aaron Lamont. He's been investigating a corrupt deal between the government and vampires. Can such things even exist? Are vampires even real? What's going on? One man sets out to expose the office of the night. It's time to shine a light on this grubby deal. The problem is vampires don't like sunlight. Not a great description of what this actual story is about. Because it's all about, well, there's a lot more corruption, there's a lot more cover-ups, there's a lot more world mechanics going on here. And it is clever. It's got the feel of a detective thing from the 40s. It's really nicely constructed. But that synopsis itself, not as accurate as it could have been. But that's more to avoid spoilers and an ongoing story arc. Because then you lead to story 3, which is by far the cleverest of the 3. But it does rely on the others. Now, the fact that this is called Dracula Bachelor by Ash Darby is the most not disturbing, but off-putting of it all, because there's obviously no Dracula in this. It would have been called, if this was directly targeted as just a UK audience, possibly something like Love Island at Night or something like that, or, Immortal Island or something along those lines. Because it is much more of a Love Island episode, and it is damn clever. Sometimes killing is easy. Sometimes killing is easy. Never underestimate human vanity and stupidity. People will always sign up to a reality TV show, especially one that offers the winner immortality. Of course, there's a catch. If there is such a show, why has no one's ever seen it? And this is my favourite thing of all of the Bigfinish release. Note, this production features scenes of vampiric feeding and blood consumption. Does it? That's a surprise. One would hope it does, because it's all about the vampires. It's basically Love Island, but for people who are human, trying to get what they think is immortality. They are vain. They were on social media. And it's just damn clever. It's the infighting, it's the Big Brother, it's the reality TV. And if you dislike reality TV, this is for you. If you like reality TV, this is for you, because the worlds are taken apart and given back to you in a easy to handle, completely easy to understand form. The thing that's actually going on, well, it's fairly obvious. Will they get immortality at the end? We'll get back to you on that one. It's a great box set, and as I told you at the beginning, I've started going, I like these characters, and I like where it's going. This is nice. Right, here's the trailer. As always, listen for yourself. Until next time, be seeing you.
From Bigfinish Productions,
VAM PD.
Did you check your social media this morning?
I didn't post this. What the hell?
Someone else has control of your accounts, of your life. You have to let me in.
Why would I do that?
Because those posts, they mean you're about to die.
They're doing nothing at all? After everything we found out about them?
The timing isn't right, apparently.
One of these days, they're going to realize I'm working against them.
Guess there's only one way we're gonna find out.
I thought I saw someone through the kitchen window.
Spying on me, are you?
No.
It feels like you are.
It's our job to enforce the rules.
No, it's our job to maintain order.
But we do that by enforcing the law. That's how we do good.
Good? I can tell you're confused.
Because the rules are a lie and they don't make any sense.
Bigfinish, for the love of stories.
Oh, Mummy isn't mad at you. Now look, you've upset Legacy.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. If you've enjoyed this show via YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, please email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk or follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.